Under Tinubu's administration, we have one of the worst oppositions ever in the history of Nigeria. I repeat, under President Lament Tinubu's APC administration, we have one of the worst oppositions in the history of Nigeria. Now, the opposition is expected to address issues and policies, give alternatives, criticize the government on policies and actions they are not doing well. But the current opposition we have today, whether it is the Atiku, whether it is the Obi, whether it is whatever it is, the opposition we have today is one of the worst ever oppositions. Now, Northern Nigeria, Northern Coalition, they are saying that Tinubu wants to turn Lagos to a federal capital city. Tinubu wants to turn Lagos to a federal capital city. Even a newspaper carried the report. Look at the headline. Independence Day, how Tinubu chose Lagos over Nigeria's capital city. And they put out a statement, a press release in that respect. Somebody says, the Atiku movement strongly reminds President Bola Tinubu that Abuja remains the official capital city of Nigeria as enshrined in the Constitution. The recent emphasis on Lagos during Independence Day celebration is a troubling sign of regional bias and disregard for national unity. We condemn the president's nepotism, regionalism, and tribalism tendencies which continue to undermine the principle of equity and fairness. These actions threaten the fabric of our diverse nation. Now they are calling on the president, Northern Nigeria, to prioritize national interest over parochial agendas and govern inclusively for all Nigerians. I said it before that Northern Nigeria never want anything to do with restructuring. Northern Nigeria, if you restructure the Fulani-led Northern Nigeria, Fulani conquered Northern Nigeria, don't want any revolution, don't want restructuring. What they want is Nigeria the way it is. Look at what they said. Now, we condemn the president's nepotism. Nepotism, Northerners, now them first starter, now them carry for head. Now, before now, when you go to offices, agencies of government, parastatals, you see, you think that you are in a northern country. Look at our air force, look at our immigration, look at our customs, look at agencies of, look at EFCC, look at the army. You think say now Northern Nigeria, now Islamic country we did. The other time in Lagos State, slots meant for Lagos State army, people that are supposed to enter army, slots meant for Lagos State, Northerners steal them. Lagos State get their own slot. We say Lagos State, you have to present so persons to apply, number of persons to apply for Nigerian army. Not leave their own. They get highest quota. They can't steal Lagos own. So these are the people accusing the president Bola Tinubu of nepotism. Number one, nepotism. Number two, regionalism. Like I said, the solution to Nigeria's problem is if we restructure the country. And it only takes a southern president to achieve that aim. So these guys they're complaining of regionalism. Nigeria, we have said it over and over again. The Northerners know, but they know that restructuring the country will not benefit them. Nigeria is not by design to be one. We are different people. The person that put out this, the Atiku movement officials that put out this statement, can I become a traditional ruler in Adamawa State, since you are talking about equity and fairness? Since Northern Nigeria have been in power or have controlled the political space, the cabals have controlled the political space, how can we say that they have performed in area of equity and fairness? Look at Buhari as an example. All this nepotism, employing Northerners, this and that, the military status, the military officials in Nigeria, they are all Northerners. They will start speaking Hausa, representing a country that has so many ethnic nationalities. So if they are coming to say that Tinubu wants to turn Lagos to Abuja, are these the issues that they need to address? You leave the main issues burning, affecting Nigerians. We are talking about Tinubu wants to turn. That means the sentiment of these Northerners, like I told you, most of them see Tinubu as a problem because Tinubu is taking them out of power. The real issues is not because Tinubu is not doing well in economy or whatever. It's because of that restructuring that Tinubu is bringing to the table. That is the real issue. That is why you see them doing what they are doing. That is why all of a sudden CPC broke out from the APC to go and find a coalition whereby they can join together, galvanize Northern votes, and push this man out 2027. It is a Northern thing, Northern interest and Northern affair that the Fulani is pushing. Now, you know, say Tinubu don't divide Northern Nigeria. So not everybody is together. So they are finding ways to look for things that they can appeal to these emotions and sentiments of Nigeria, trying to tell us that Tinubu wants to turn Lagos to Abuja. We are reminding you that Abuja remains the official city of Nigeria as enshrined in the constitution. They are afraid that Tinubu is taking the power from northern part of Nigeria. What is the problem if Lagos becomes the capital city of Nigeria? We know that constitutionally it is Abuja. So what would make them, because he mentioned Lagos State in his speech, is that the reason why these people are saying that he's doing this and that? You see, the main problem we have is for southern leaders to realize that we have people in northern Nigeria that does not want Nigeria to be developed, that does not want Nigeria to work. And we need to unite together and make sure that we have a political force that would channel and propel the country into that area of restructuring that we have been clamoring for over the years. We condemn the president's nepotism, regionalism, and tribalism tendencies. When you look at tribalism, you know that northern Nigeria is the epitome and embodiment of tribalism. An average northern leader, politically, at the federal level, you see him, he always panders to his brothers and sisters. It is natural for them. It is very hard for you to see a northern leader that really will not want to pander to his Islamic ideology and to his tribe or his region. I told you before that if you're having anything to do with northern Nigeria, any alliance to do with northern Nigeria will tell you that it is them first. They will take first. Northern Nigeria don't see any other region as superior. They think they are the superior ones. So if you enter an alliance with them, you will be at the receiving end, while they will be the ones that will be reaping everything. Look at how the APC came into power, how Tinubu contributed in bringing in Buhari. At the end of the day, they said that Buhari 15 million votes was the reasons why APC won this and won that. Buhari's 12 million votes, that APC did not bring anything tangible. But the same 15 million or 12 million votes that Buhari was using to contest the election made him cry on national television. And he vowed that he will not contest. This will be my last time of contesting. That is Mr. Integrity. This will be my last time of contesting. After that, we saw him as president 2015. How did he become president 2015? If not for the input that the ACN brought into the whole political play. Now, they are berating them. If Tinubu said that he wanted to, if Tinubu furthered himself, say, okay, as we have come together, let me become president. You know that northern Nigeria, they will never agree. But the Yorubas allowed Buhari go and become president first, go and become president. Whilst as president, he brought houses is nepotism, like never before. Then Tinubu can't help them, finalize them. I know that Tinubu own is worse than Buhari. But you see, all these things that the North they are accusing a Tinubu of, they are the ones that started it. They are the ones that started it. Northern Nigeria, they don't believe in a prosperous Nigeria. They believe in a faulty Nigeria. Nigeria that will be as it is. So far, they take advantage of other people and support themselves. Southern Nigeria feeds the country. Name any of them. Southern Nigeria feeds the country. Even the corners that have political power, that are leading politically, their regions don't feed Nigeria. It is Southern Nigeria, some part of Middle Belt and non-central, that is feeding Nigeria. What North would always want to do is just to grab power and threaten somebody. Grab power. That is what they do. What is their contribution? While other regions are sustaining the country, Oil is number one. Oil is number one. And other tech in the southern part of Nigeria. Money Points, Pampe, all these tech blue chip companies, they are the ones. The economy, the IGR Lagos is bringing, and other, they are from the southern part of Nigeria. The gas we are using, they are from the southern part of Nigeria. So what else? What else? So if Tinubu is going to make Lagos a capital city, these are not the issues. These are not how you take over power. These are not how you convince the people that you are ready. You bring in alternatives. This particular nail fund that Tinubu is doing, look at where it is being faulted. Look at where it's being faulted. Look at the hypocrisy behind it. Look at the hypocrisy behind it. We can do better by doing this and doing that and doing that. You may not reveal all your strategies, but you just throw one or two snippets. When they start copying you, the Nigerians know if they start copying you, they know that these people don't have capacity. Yes, when they start copying your own ideas, ideologies, you'll be the same person that will come out and point, say, this was my former tweet, and the solutions I gave. You know that this government has been clueless over the years. From time immemorial, they were clueless. They had to copy my strategy. It is a plus to you. But you are not addressing issues. You are not talking about policies. You are not giving alternatives. You're not telling us that this is how the government should do it. This is how the government should do it. But you are coming to tell us that they want to turn Lagos to Abuja. Why will you mention Lagos in his speech? And see, my brother, since the time the ADC, the supposed coalition, let's call it coalition, the supposed coalition said that we are pushing Atiku. We are giving Atiku campaign that Atiku will be the president. That coalition died. Since they started elevating Atiku in ADC, the coalition died. Atiku has no value at the point in time. We will keep on saying it. They will not listen because it is selfish. You know, someone that is selfish does not listen to people. Yeah, does not listen. He does his own thing. They will not listen because, and it's even better, they will not listen. And I'll tell you that Tinubu will win. You come tomorrow and say, why are you people supporting bad? Who is supporting bad? We are telling you, the opposition, the worst ever in the history of Nigeria, they are not living up to expectations. They are not doing what is needed. They are not driving the people. They are not echoing the pains of the people. They are not offering solutions, hopes and promises of what they will do when they get to power. They're not just doing it. They're just like banter boys. Tinubu is doing this. Tinubu is nepotism. Tinubu is tribalistic. Tinubu is this. What actually is Tinubu doing that is not doing right? These are the issues. This thing is not doing right. His Independence Day speech, this is said, it is untrue. Look at the facts. Look at where we got our information from. How does it, look at, if he's saying he did this, why is it not reflecting on the lifestyle of Nigerians? Why are Nigerians complaining and still suffering? You are not addressing issues. You are coming to say, you see, not in Nigeria, the irrelevance of your political giant by 2007, it might get to 10%. Most of your political giants may not be able to win an election, a presidential election, in the next 10 years. The ones I'm seeing, if they are playing politics like this, they will just allow a Tinubu to take over the whole thing, and he begins to pilot the affairs of everybody. He becomes the Jagaban. You see, people are shocked and surprised. How come a Yoruba man, how come a Southerner is able to hold everybody ransom like this? Why? What did we do? We never expected somebody like this. Even an Obasanjo or a Jonathan could not even do the same thing that this young man is doing. He doesn't have a cabal that is controlling him. He's the cabal. He's doing what he can do. He's playing the politics. He's sharing the power. He's sharing the power. You know, not in Nigeria, You know, when we talk about leadership, when I tell you about leadership, I tell you that no Northerner, like Northerners, when you compare Northerners to Southerners in anything, Southerners beat Northerners in anything, just mention, except terrorism and insecurity. Northerners can beat Southerners in terrorism. A bunch of Southerners, a bunch of Northerners, Southerners will beat Northerners any day, any time. We are not saying that we don't have exceptional northerners, but the majority we find in southern Nigeria. Compare a Tinubu to a Buhari. Compare them, and you can see what is really going on. I'm telling you, you think that Tinubu, Southerners, if Southern Nigeria is united, do you think that all these things people are doing will do it? It's because we are not united. Igbos and Yorubas and other people are not united. Politicians are bent on causing divisions left, right, center. Politicians are not using their culture, their number 6, to address Yoruba people and Igbo people, address the challenges they are facing, and bring them together. They are not using it. All they see is they are blinded by their selfishness, lining their pocket, getting appointments, having access to the treasury, getting positions. That is what they are interested in. They are carried away. They don't feel the pains of the people until there's an outcry. I saw a picture of the Kwara State governor having a meeting with the security in the state. And every now and then, we are having meeting with security. Today, all the meetings, at last, the bandits go, they kill. You go to get meeting. Your presence there in the first place, is it not supposed to ward off those evil guys? Your connections with various agencies of government, security agencies, police to immigration, immigration to NSCDC. NSCDC, yes. Do you need to come for an official briefing and meeting before you do your job? When there's a major attack like this, you see them coming for meeting. After they meet, since democracy, since Boko Haram start, they meet in Abuja, Federal Executive Council meeting, Security Emergency meeting, all the meeting where they do. What is the essence? So these guys, see, if politicians really want to deal with the issue of hunger, economy, if they want to deal with it, they will do it. But you see, they are so much benefiting from the failed system that they try as much as they can to make it look like they are doing well. They know that the system has failed, but they just whitewash it. You know, a tomb, you now paint a tomb. A tomb is a tomb. That's what happens. So as it stands today, let the opposition tell us the alternative. If we get into power, this is what we are going to change, that's what we are going to change, that's what we are going to change. Or is it that the opposition don't have people that are well read and grounded enough to look at what Tinubu is doing and fault it? Is it that they don't have people? They don't have people that can communicate to Nigerians a better way out from Tinubu's regime? Or they don't have people? What is about the banter, nepotism? Nigeria normally, nepotism, they there. Go to different agencies, institutions of government, private and public institutions. You go see nepotism. Even inside church, nepotism, they there. I have said this before that church, this particular church, you're going to say that Yoruba church. It looks like Yoruba. It looks like Yoruba. This particular church, it looks like Igbo. That particular church, it looks like Calabar. The other particular church, it looks like Hausa. The other one looks like Edo people. You will know. So that nepotism should not be the main core. The core is, what is the performance of this government? How has this performance affected the lives of the people positively and negatively? You identify and outline what the government has not been doing well. These are your stronger points. But you see, all of a sudden, nobody, no communication, no PR. We just have banger boys. Would banger boys achieve anything in Nigeria today? You see, the APC, they are constituting themselves. They are gathering themselves. They are putting themselves together. At the media team and all those one. There are some people that are intellectuals that will argue whether APC is doing right or wrong. They know how to use intellectual argument to deceive you. They are in the APC. They have the banger boys. They have the ones that will provoke you to say something, and out of emotion, you know, Nigerians are emotional. Out of emotion, you say something the other way, they will use that against you. They have other people, religious aspect. They have firing from all wings, and you are opposition, and this is what you dwell with. Or is it that you are trying to convince northern Nigeria because it may be your northern conservatives that you want to try to convince that Tinubu is trying to colonize, make Lagos this and that, take away Lagos from Abuja, make North poor, make North irrelevant, this and that. This is what you are trying to take. That will not give you presidency. Buhari had a lot of votes back in the day, 12 million, one person. But that 12 million votes did not give him any presidency. So do you think that is going to still, like, Buhari don't go? Nobody is having that popularity of Buhari in northern Nigeria. As we speak, we had a report of Atiku say we welcome Buhari supporters into the ADC, not the Buhari supporters. Things have changed. A lot of things have changed. So are you banking on your northern conservatives to give Atiku the presidency? Okay, all this propaganda or all this publicity you are giving to Atiku, does it mean that if there's a primary election and Atiku loses, you will still continue supporting the ADC? That's the question. A primary election, Atiku loses, would you still be supporting the ADC? We know a lot of, when we talk about what you are accusing a Tinubu of, is what you Northerners are well guilty of. Whether it is nepotism, whether it is hypocrisy, whether it is whatever it is, you are well. The only thing we cannot do, as we have not been able to do like Northern Nigeria, is the rate of insecurity, rate of complicity of officials from the Nigerian security agencies in aiding and abetting Boko Haram. These are the only way that you people outplay everybody. What if the South are the ones terrorizing everybody? What if you say now Southern Nigeria, they involved in all this? What would Northerners say politically? They will say this one is a Yoruba person, but Yorubas are Fulani go present himself year in, year out. We know say our problems are the Fulani. Any agenda that want to agenda, let the agenda have sense. So there's nothing Tinubu would do to make Lagos Abuja. It will take the nod of National Assembly. So why all this banger? Why all this irrelevant talk? It will take the approval of National Assembly, constitutional amendment. These are just people coming out to say this is what we want, a change in this, a change in that. If you want to amend the constitution, it will also take the National Assembly. The National Assembly needs to come in and play a bigger role in this constitutional amendment. So every other thing that is being said, my brother, is just banger. In fact, as somebody who wants an opposition to give Tinubu a run for his money, this is the worst opposition ever in the history of Nigeria.